Whew. Let's fucking do it. Let's talk about death. A lot of you guys asked on my video about drugs what I thought about psychedelics. I think what people are asking was what do I think of mushrooms? Well, I'll tell you. I've done mushrooms twice. I did mushrooms on my trip to Amsterdam about a month ago now, and I did mushrooms yesterday, and it was quite the experience, man. Wow, it's fucking hard to talk about actually. Let's just start with the first mushroom trip, which was actually really good. Did it with my boys, we're all in a penthouse in Amsterdam, we're having a sick time, good vibes. Bought them from an official shop. They were like magic truffles, so they were like technically legal, but they have the psychedelics substances within them, so you get the same effect. Really nice. The come up was really delayed. We thought we got like bad stuff and we were thinking about like, oh fucking hell, like we got scammed here. But slowly and surely we eventually got to, some visuals, especially I remember we were playing music and if you closed your eyes and just nodded your head, you could start to see some visuals. And we also bought truffles which specifically gave us like insights as well, so not so much visuals but a lot of insight, and it was a beautiful trip. I spent most of it just cuddled up with my friend on the bed, literally just cuddling like babies, and we were discussing trauma and just so many different insights and like realizations which got unlocked for me on that trip. I journaled the entire time as well. I was journaling on my phone. I've still got the journal entries on my phone actually. Really life-changing and thought-provoking trip. Lots of positive change came from that, specifically the thought of tapping into my masculinity more and just being more honest with myself and what I want. Decisiveness and taking on responsibility were the two main pillars of tapping into my masculinity from that trip, which I picked up. Really good trip, awesome. Even after the trip, the afterglow, really happy, just euphoric, beautiful, just hugging my friends, and it was lovely. Now, now for the mushroom trip from yesterday. We decided that it would be a good idea to buy mushrooms, and I didn't know this, but you can actually put them in a shake, like a fruit shake. You can blend up the mushrooms into a fruit shake and then drink it, and it's actually way nicer that way because you don't get the horrible taste. We did that. We started drinking our smoothies, and the plan was we drink them, and as they're kicking in, which usually takes a little while, we will drive to the beach, we will rent out kayaks, and we will kayak over to an island which is about 10 minutes away. You can actually see it from my view in the villa, but I can't show you right now because it's dark. Kayak over to the island and just trip balls with the boys. Have a good time. In retrospect, that was a really irresponsible and bad idea. I got humbled very quickly by the mushrooms. Like, as I was in the place where we were drinking the shrooms, where they blended it up for us in shakes, it literally hit me then. It hit me literally 5 minutes after I had drank it. I started to see visuals straight away, and it was fucking intense. It was seriously intense shit, and I still had to drive home, and I shouldn't have done that, but I did. I drove home while kind of tripping the fuck out. The drive was very short, and it was early on in my come up, so it wasn't too bad, but I'll say this, like, the road, sometimes it would bend, and I was also noticing like the pattern in the road. Every single pebble was like multicolored and like sort of glowing. It was intense, but I didn't feel like I was in too much danger. It was quite a clear path home, not very busy, and I still shouldn't have done it, don't get me wrong. I should have pulled over, parked up, and got one of my friends who wasn't tripping balls to drive me. So yeah, that was a mistake. But I got back home fine, as fine as I could be. Literally still tripping the fuck out. We very quickly decided like, oh yeah, no, we should come up inside, and then once the come up's over, we can go out maybe kayaking, because the come up's very intense apparently. Again, that didn't happen because the entire trip was insanely intense. I was stood out on that balcony right there, tripping balls, and just looking out at the trees, and I'm not joking, there was this one tree, it was so cool looking, but fucking weird at the same time. Tree with like purple petals at the end was just literally dancing towards me like this. It was fucking crazy. Sat outside for a bit with my friends, just tripping with my friends. We went in the pool briefly, and then we also, I'm not joking, we all just lied down face first in the concrete and stared at the pebbles for a while. But I started to feel really like fucking bad, and I think I understand why. I think I understand why I had a bad trip, and I'll tell you why and what went wrong. But I started to feel really bad, so I came into my room, which is here, and lay down on my bed. And for the next 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, was the most terrifying, horrendous, lonely time of my life. I was lying here and I was convinced that I was literally fucking dying. My body, it felt like it was giving in. It felt like my energy was leaving my body. I was literally fighting for my life. I had to like continually move. I had to continually groan for the duration to just make sure that I was alive and not being pulled into the abyss, which was really fucking calling me. I'm not joking, it was fucking terrifying. During this, my friends like came in every now and then to see if I was okay. Offered like, oh, you know, you should do this, it'll make you feel better, you should eat some snacks, it'll make you feel better. But I was so far gone that I couldn't bring myself to do fucking anything other than just lie there, moaning, groaning, and sort of shuffling around to make sure that I'm still alive. Fuck me. During this, I was thinking about, again, I honestly thought I was dying. I thought I was going to die. I accepted the fact that I was about to die. I wasn't ready to die. I was not ready to die, but I really thought I was dying. I was thinking about how people would mourn me. I was thinking about my mom and if I had made her proud, and if she was going to be okay. I was thinking about Hamza and wondering if I made Hamza proud. I was also just thinking about how much I still have to give to this world. I'm not done with it at all. Fucking hell. Whew. I think that's what pulled me through, man. Like, it's weird because I don't know if I was genuinely in any danger at all, or if I was just booking out. But I'll tell you this much, it felt as real as it could possibly get. My body felt like it was giving in on me. I was struggling to breathe, and I can't describe this feeling of just my energy just being slowly drained out of me, and like this just darkness, like just literally fucking calling for me. I was lying in this bed, and I was just covered in sweat, water which I was spilling all down myself, and also funnily, kind of funny, one of my friends gave me a strawberry protein shake. Here it is actually. He gave me this to drink because he thought it would make me feel better, and I just spilt that all over myself. It's all over my bed as well. So yeah, I spent 2 hours rolling around in my own moisture, literally fighting to stay alive. And again, I have no idea whether I was in any actual danger or I was in danger of dying. I don't know. I can't think of a reason why magic mushrooms would kill me, but I also think the mind's powerful as fuck. And yeah, man, fucking hell. But I'm here. I pulled through. After some time, I conjured up the strength to get up and go for a piss. Anyone who has done shrooms before, you know the time that you have in the toilet is very special. You just get a lot of insights when you're in the toilet, but this time wasn't any insights. I was thinking about, holy shit, I think I'm dying. But after I got up to have a piss, I also conjured up the strength to walk outside, and I was just looking around trying to find my friends, and I heard their voices and they were on top of the balcony, and I was like, oh fucking hell, hey guys. And they were like, oh Sam, come up here man, how you doing? Went up there and they said I looked very ill I looked, and I was incredibly dehydrated. I'd just been sweating the entire time. I had to just drink so much water. Every 10 seconds I was asking someone for some water. I think they could see that I had just fucking been through some shit. And their trips were somewhat similar as well. They were quite heavy trips. They had a good time though, because they stayed, you know, amongst each other and like, you know, together, and they embraced the trip. And that's my problem, right? Because I started tripping balls. This is my theory. Because I started tripping balls while still needing to drive my bike, I had the mindset then that I should fight against the trip. Don't trip, Sam, you have to drive. And then I stayed in that frame of mind subconsciously, and so I had a bad trip. I did not embrace the trip. The trip was scary for me because I had to drive, and I still had the idea in my head as well that like, oh yeah, I've still got to get on a fucking kayak. I had the frame of mind that this is bad, this is really bad, I shouldn't be doing this right now, and so I had a bad trip. That's my theory, and I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that theory makes a shit ton of sense. I wish I remembered how fucking powerful this shit is. I got very much so humbled by the shrooms. Like, wow, you really need to have a good environment, a good bunch of people around you, and good vibes, because otherwise they are fucking dangerous, man. I'm very grateful for the trip though. I feel somewhat traumatized, to be honest. It was very traumatizing, but it made me realize how fucking not done I am in this world and how much I have to do. And after I got up and got with the other guys, I did have some really nice insights, mainly to do again with masculinity, my body language, my mannerisms, and I had such an awesome moment actually. So I went off to the bathroom again. Bathroom time for the shroom trip is very intimate. Went off to the bathroom, I'm alone in the bathroom, have a piss, and I look in the mirror and I saw myself. I saw how I've been seeing myself for the past however the fuck long. This just skinny fat loser gamer with horrible hunched over posture. I just look like shit. With pale skin and I just look ill. I don't look like I've seen sun for so long. And then just suddenly, like a fucking light switch, I saw myself. I saw my chiseled body. I saw my sick jawline, my fucking really aesthetic face. I just look like such a sick cunt. I look healthy, I look happy, I look masculine. I needed that so bad because my image of myself was so low. And you know what, man? I'm so fucking sick. I'm such a sick fucking guy. I'm out in Thailand right now and I'm challenging myself every single day. I'm not that guy anymore who would fucking fall out with his friends over video games. I'm not that guy who would just sit in the house 16 hours a day. I'm not that guy who relies on other people for his happiness. I'm not that guy who doesn't have any purpose or any goals. I am a sick cunt. And it's about time that I saw myself that way. One of my other realizations is just being completely comfortable in social situations and having a better understanding of like a specific social situation where it's not like a one-on-one chat, but you're amongst like a group of people. And I was very much so noticing like the dynamics that happen and what's normal and what's not. And it sounds weird, but just like having a mission all the time in your brain helps. So my mission right now is to talk to Hamza, for example. Okay, now my mission is to check when the food's arriving. So rather than just sort of sitting around and just waiting for things to happen, you're active, you're doing shit. And I think that's really valuable and a really easy way to tap into the masculine energy as well. But yeah, I didn't sleep in this bed last night. I'm currently balancing my recording setup on it, and I didn't sleep in it. I couldn't bring myself to even enter the room again last night because this honestly feels like my fucking deathbed. It had a very strange fucking aura about it when I came down. I decided beforehand that I wasn't going to sleep in it, but I came down to just grab my charger and I couldn't even do that. I couldn't enter the room. It just had a fucking strange energy about it. I don't mind entering the room now. I'm stood in here now, but I'm not going to sleep in that bed. That is my deathbed, and I'm not ready for death yet. I want to end this video by saying I'm very, very grateful for my health, my life, my friends, my family, and myself. I'm very grateful for myself and the work that I've been putting in to get to where I am now. Because I really fucking started deep in the goddamn trenches not all that long ago, man. And now I'm doing bits in Thailand. I'm taking risks and challenging myself every day. I'm challenging myself socially. I'm making lots of new friends. I'm challenging myself physically. I'm training Muay Thai. I'm going to the gym. I'm fucking active as hell. And I'm on my mission. I'm on my purpose. And right now my purpose is to be a fucking sick cunt. But yeah, my opinion on psychedelics, mushrooms, really, really powerful powerful, powerful thing. But for the love of God, respect them. They're not for fun. They're not a fun thing to do. They are a fucking experience that you need to take very seriously, because otherwise you will be humbled very quickly. And for the record, for anyone who wants to know, we did 5 grams. We did 5 grams of mushrooms. For 3 of my friends, it blew their head off. And for one of my friend, his tolerance is very high. Didn't do much for him. Okay, I'm done talking about this now, because it gives me a very strange feeling just remembering the fucking feeling of literally feeling like I'm about to die. Again, so grateful I'm here. I hope this video was interesting or helpful. Take care of yourselves, guys, and stay safe.